ever had a gut feeling that you ignored, only to later say, I knew it. I just knew it. Maybe it was about a person or a decision or a next step you were wanting to take or you thought you should take, but then, even though you felt it deep down, logic took over somewhere and you started doubting yourself, you delayed it and you dismissed it. Now, the truth is that your intuition is never wrong. What's missing is your trust in it. So, in today's episode, we are going to talk about how you can realign with your inner voice to rebuild your trust so you can stop second guessing and start leading with confidence. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And in today's episode, we are talking about something you already have inside you, your gut, your intuition. But maybe, just maybe, you are not, fully using it. So let's explore how to align with it, how to trust it, and how to let it guide you with clarity and ease. These are the 5 steps you can take to align with your intuition and actually start trusting it. So firstly, create space for stillness. Intuition does not scream, okay? It never screams out loud. It always whispers. And if if your life is too noisy, if you have too much of noise around you, you will definitely miss it. So try doing this. Start your day with 5 minutes of silence, or 5 minutes of journaling, or 5 minutes of just you closing your eyes into nothingness. Put your phone away during those quiet moments. Listen to your breath instead of your inbox like we usually do. Remember, the quieter you become, the more clarity you will get to hear that inner voice. Secondly, learn to distinguish between fear and intuition. So a lot of us get very confused, whether we are feeling something out of fear or whether we are feeling something because our gut is telling us. Fear often feels like urgency, anxiety, panic, while intuition will always feel calm, clear, grounded, even when it challenges you. So ask yourself this: is this voice trying to protect me and guide me, or is this voice trying to scare me away? Is it rooted in past wounds, or is it the present truth? Intuition is direct, but remember, intuition is never desperate. So it will never shout out, it will always be quiet, and it will just try to guide you calmly, quietly. Number 3, practice micro decisions with intuition. So start building trust in small little ways, okay? These are games you play. Just gamify this process. Choose what to wear based on how your body feels in it. Say yes or no to an invitation based on your energy, not because you're obliged to go. Okay? Take intuitive breaks when your body signals it. So the mantra is that you need to keep telling yourself that you honor your body and you honor the energy. And you honor whatever your body and your energy are telling you. Every small win will strengthen your intuitive muscles. Number 4, keep a proof journal. So every time you follow your intuition and it leads to a positive outcome, write it down. So every time you're not trusting your intuition, you can go back to that journal to, read everything you've written down once again to only realize how true your intuition has been. Your intuition's been your best friend. You'll realize that when you read again and again and again. Over time, this journal will become your undeniable evidence. Your intuition knows, and you can trust it because it is within you. It is yours. Lastly, ask and wait. Okay, don't force for an answer. Sometimes we want intuitive clarity instantly. But intuition does not always work on demand. It works in divine timing. So you will realize things when the time is right. Everything happens as per divine timing. So ask your question, maybe loudly or in your journal, whichever way. Then take a break, go for a walk, get busy with your everyday chores, or maybe meditate. Just forget about that question for that time being and let the answers come themselves. With time, they will come because intuition never responds to pressure. Response will come when you're not pressurizing your intuition will respond to presence. So remember that you were never meant to outsource your power. The power actually lies within you. You don't have to outsource it to the gurus or to logic or to the crowd. You are born with an inner compass. That compass is within all of us. And it's always talking to us. Only we need to know how to hear it. We need to understand how to hear it. So the question is, are you ready to listen again? You don't have to earn your intuition. You just have to trust it. You just have to trust it, knowing it's within you. So whatever it is telling you, you can just trust it. It's trustworthy. So my beautiful souls, if you've been doubting your gut, if you've been overthinking your decisions, if you've been waiting for external validation, external confirmation, let today be your invitation to come back home to yourself. Your intuition is not random. Your intuition is not a fluke. It is your soul speaking through you. And the more you trust it, trust me, the more you trust it, the more it will guide you into a life that feels absolutely aligned. So if you're ready to deepen that trust, if you're ready to practice intuitive living, come share your journey with me. If you resonate with this episode, if you enjoyed listening to me today, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, signing off for now, but telling you that please trust yourself, please tune in to yourself, to your frequency, and always remember you already have the answers within you. Your soul is simply waiting for you to listen to it. On that note, I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.